Today on ETalk, we talk about the latest college acceptance scandal, learn more about an up-and-coming artist, and our special guest shows us some of her t-shirt designs. All that and more coming up. Hey ETalkers, thanks for tuning in to this episode of ETalk. I'm Matt here with Taylor, Bray, and our special guest Maya. Let's jump right into the hot topics for the night.
Well, first, let's talk about the big college admission scandal.
It's blowing up this week.
It's blowing up. We're over like 50 celebrities, including Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman, are like paying this one guy to like take the SAT and college admissions courses and like do the college applications for their children to get them into college. And they're like paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. And they're even going to the extent of like copying and pasting their child's faces onto like athletes' bodies so that they can be admitted as a varsity athlete, and so it'll be easier for them to get in.
Absolutely ridiculous. I honestly can't believe this is happening, but it unfortunately doesn't surprise me.
Right.
I think wealth and money can buy you a lot of privilege in this society, and I mean that we couldn't see a better example of that with this.
Right.
What's concerning is like it's a ring. Like
It's a ring.
It's over
It's
50
happening.
celebrities that have just done this as a collective group, and it's gone on for so long. It's like it's very concerning.
Right, and it's concerning also because Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, didn't even want to go to college in the first place. She said she wanted to go to the football games and to party and drink, and she didn't want to go to college. And that's really taking the spot from someone who really actually wanted to go and who
Worked hard.
deserved it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like paying to just get the social benefits of college without putting in the actual work.
Right, but Olivia Jade did lose her partnerships with Sephora, Princess Polly, which is like an Australia clothing company, and Tresemme. So I mean,
Not surprising.
that's
That's what she deserves.
no, honestly.
Yeah, she's also lost a lot of subscribers and followers in the past couple
I'm
days.
not shocked. Like,
It's gonna bite you.
Yeah, she's getting trolled all over like social media. She had to turn her comments off on Instagram and stuff.
didn't Lori Loughlin also disable like her Twitter and Instagram
Yeah, she
too?
deleted them
And like, was it
completely.
worth it? Like,
Yeah.
come on,
Right.
was this all
Yeah, she
worth
clearly didn't
it?
appreciate being there very much.
Right.
Yeah.
Sad.
Very sad.
All right, so in other news, Nicki Minaj, who is my favorite female rapper. I know we got a Cardi fan in the studio tonight.
I'm a Cardi fan.
She's on tour right now for her album Queen, which came out this past summer. It's a mess. The tour is an absolute mess.
Right.
It was supposed to be the Nicki Hendrix tour. It was going to be her and Future going on an American and European tour. The American leg got canceled completely. Future ended up dropping out. Juice WRLD is there now, but he's not really. And
Juice WRLD's
Nicki,
not that known.
yeah, I
As
think it's a
Future.
very different vibe than Future would have brought, especially because Future was on the Queen album and Juice WRLD wasn't.
Yeah.
Nicki has had to cancel shows twice, which I guess, like, you know, that happens sometimes. The issue is that she waited until people got to the venue and were in their seats, and she came on stage to tell them that she
Right.
wasn't going to be performing for
Wow.
them.
I just, there's been a bunch of production issues.
Yeah.
And I think even prior to this tour, Nicki has been struggling with her album.
Yeah.
And her popularity. I think she's struggled to maintain the following that she's
Right.
had. And I think it's just all now just becoming this massive issue.
Yeah.
I feel like once Cardi came out, like she hasn't been able to bounce back. Like she's been trying too hard
I
to like
agree.
get
I think
to
that
that
she
level.
let it
And
scare her too
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Right.
I think there's a genuine kind of quality that I really like about Cardi, and I think that's what so many people have an appeal to her, because she's just like doesn't take the celebrity thing to her head, and she lives this lavish, extravagant life.
Right.
But it's just so cool to see her be like, oh, like
Yeah.
let's go, let's get it,
Right.
let's do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So yeah, Cardi fan.
Yeah. Well, actually, Nicki's fans were screaming Cardi B's name when she said that she was canceling the show.
Dang.
That's
That's
tough.
rough. That's
I
fast.
she
mean,
took-
when you cancel it while they're there, I'll scream Cardi too.
Right. Well, Maya, what do you have for us today?
So I wanted to talk about the new Aladdin trailer that came out this week from Disney. I don't know if you guys are Disney fans. I am
Oh, absolutely.
definitely at heart, and we have a live action version of Aladdin coming up in the next few months. Will Smith is playing the genie. in blue, just like we all know and love, but I definitely think there's going to be some added elements.
Yeah.
Definitely a great move on Disney's part. I mean,
Right.
financially giving new generations a cycle back into what kids who are grown up
Yeah.
kind
Right.
of already know and love.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about all the Disney remakes?
It's so smart. They're
It's
just
smart.
retelling the same story like multiple times, just like in different ways. And
Yeah.
it's newer and better somehow each and every time.
Right. And I have to say, I wasn't convinced at the first trailer for Aladdin. I was like, oh, this genie performance is going to go really south. But with this new trailer, I'm now kind of less hesitant about seeing it because I think it's going to be really cool
Yeah,
to see what they do.
it's definitely like a thin line because I think some people are so glued to the original version of it, and seeing it redone can be like, oh no, don't
Yeah.
ruin something, that's perfect.
Right.
But I think with the new animation technology and everything, there's going to be an added magic to it.
No, for sure. Well, so Colton's adventure on The Bachelor has finally ended. I wouldn't say for the
Finally.
best. For me personally, it was a train wreck of an episode. I think Colton and Cassidy were very fake in their.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Their
There was no
first-
way that could have been genuine.
Yeah, no. And the air supply performance was just really random.
Yeah.
The new Bachelorette, Hannah B. Very awkward and tough to watch.
Yeah.
She struggled with her sentences.
Yeah, I don't think she was
Yeah.
a favorite at all, like to
Yeah,
anyone.
it was definitely a shock
Yeah, I
that
just,
she was a bachelor.
yeah, and it's weird because I don't know where they're gonna take it from here because it's just it just was not a good ending to the season.
Yeah, I think that they were trying to carry on the like sort of like drama that happened with Ari's season because that was like sort of like the biggest
Right.
thing like they'd ever
Yeah.
seen. But I think they should just like let it play out the way that it was going to.
Yeah.
Because it did seem super fake and like totally made up for TV.
Right. I'm just excited to see what they do going forward into the Bachelorette season because it's gonna be definitely be interesting. For
How
sure.
long do you guys think they're going to expand this series to? Because I feel like it's never,
Forever.
never
Yeah.
Until,
No
ending.
idea.
until as long as people watch it.
Yeah,
Until
really.
the idea is, I don't know. But next up, we talk about spring fashion. Stay tuned.
Hey ETalkers, welcome to Style Corner. I'm Ray here with Avery, and today we'll be telling you what to expect in spring fashion. All right, so what I sort of discovered when I was looking into this was that it seems like it's going to be really bold this year.
Yeah.
With like the cuts, patterns, prints, everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing a lot about neon and bringing back neon, and a lot about animal print,
Yeah.
and kind of them together, which I don't know that I love that.
I don't think I love that either.
Yeah, it reminds me of sort of like 2012, like Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry. Not the best fashion time.
I mean, I love cheetah print, but the whole zebra print, I know that's coming back, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely not a fan of that.
Yeah, especially the way that they sort of are like pairing it with like bold cuts and like very like flared designs. It just seems like a lot is going on.
Yeah, I agree.
And I sort of prefer more subtle things, I think.
Yeah. Some patterns, however, that I do love, the whole scarf print pattern.
Yeah,
so like
for sure.
paisley and like bandana prints on like everything, like pants, tops, jackets.
For sure.
And like kind of like meshing different patterns together too. I think that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. And then the whole one cold shoulder.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. Like in dresses and
Yeah.
tops and whatever else.
No, I think cold shoulder is one of my favorite fashion trends that have come out over
Yeah.
the past couple years. It is interesting to see like the one cold shoulder thing because I feel like the only time it's been done before has been with like prom dresses. So I think seeing it in sort of like casual wear is going to be really interesting because I feel like the like normal cold shoulder like you have going on right now is sort of like everywhere, but
Yeah.
the one is just sort of not. So that'll be super interesting to see
Yeah.
and sort of like how it like levels up with,
With
like
more
other
like
casual.
casual
exactly.
wear. Yeah, I know. I'm interested to see how that is too. Yeah.
Hey talkers, I'm Taylor here with Quinn and Maya here to talk about some spring organization, spring cleaning things.
Definitely.
So, what's up? What's some
Okay,
tips you have
so
for us?
I'm like such a neat freak. It is kind of bad. So organizing is like one of my favorite things to do if I'm ever stressed or like trying to avoid doing homework or anything like that. You know I will be in my dorm room cleaning. I feel like this has gotten worse since coming to school because my room is like so tiny that when it's messy, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot deal with this.
I can relate.
You know, like for sure. And so I have gotten really into Marie Kondo. I don't know if you guys know her.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So she is like the
tidying
queen
up.
of organizing. Yes. Literally the queen of organizing. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. She's just so great. So I've definitely like been using some of her tips, especially since coming to college, and I think they're really good for the whole spring cleaning thing because obviously that is, I really think that people kind of have begun to like look over spring cleaning, but I think
Yeah.
it is something that's really important to do.
I agree.
absolutely.
I definitely think for me, like, it's a stress thing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
once I start, like, I won't stop until
It's all done.
exactly.
Right.
Especially people getting sick with this cough going around. And, like, I don't need any of those germs in my living environment. So I think my head is clear when my space is clear.
I also feel like spring cleaning's not just like your room and your house. Like I feel like spring cleaning should be like a lifestyle. Like kick the toxic people out your life. Maybe meditate, go for a walk, you know?
So like in terms of more of the organizing stuff, I would say, so this is a little quote from Marie Kondo. She says, if something doesn't bring you joy, then why keep it? You're not gonna go to a place or eat some type of meal or something if it's not gonna like make you happy. Like, say you don't like mac and cheese, I don't know why you wouldn't, but you're not gonna eat the mac and cheese, it's not gonna make you feel good, something like that.
Right.
Which I think is actually something that's really important because I know myself, I have so many pieces of clothing that I just don't wear. But for some reason, I'm like holding on to them.
It's hard to release it.
I'm like, why?
Yeah, same with like birthday cards. Like,
Right. Oh, birthday card.
So much
to me at one point in my life, but like, is this adding value to my life now?
Right.
And often the answer is no.
Exactly. And something I've kind of started to do with that is make use of my phone in that kind of ways. I've started taking pictures of stuff like that. And I know that's
yeah.
kind of like the whole relying on technology, but I think it actually has helped a lot. I made like a little album of like memories. And so I put like maybe a picture of like a picture of a picture or a picture of like a ticket of a concert. Because I remember I used to always do that when I was younger, but like those things add up and they take up so
And
much
I feel
space.
like once you take out everything that you don't want anymore, it makes you appreciate everything that you do have so much more.
Exactly.
It just takes all of that out of your life. You don't need it.
Yeah,
It
and
just-
I feel like once you do it once, like then you know to keep doing
Yeah.
it, and you kind of gotta force yourself a little at first, because obviously no one wants to get rid
And
of
you know
things
what,
they
like,
bought.
yeah, but I've never felt regretful after doing it.
Right.
Like, it's that 30 seconds of, oh, I could wear this. But
Yeah.
once you release it, once you donate it to someone who could really benefit from that, I mean, to me, it makes it all that much more worth it.
And you really never think about it ever again after it's gone.
Exactly. Like I cannot remember the clothes that I might have loved that I gave away because I never wore. Like, who really remembers
Right.
that?
Well, that's all the time we have for now. Up next, Cami shows us how to eat clean in college.
In college. So I'm going to start with what I do, and then we'll talk with Avery about what she does. So I drink a lot of water, like it's kind of insane. So if you just kind of like keep your body hydrated, I think it's like really great and keeps you really healthy. Also, I try to eat one salad a day because I heard, you know, you're getting your vegetables and everything. But if you can't eat one salad a day, then they have these pills that you can find really like at your food store anywhere that gives you the amount of vegetables and fruits you need for the day. And then also kind of just to keep like food in your dorm, just to have that you know is healthy and you like know is good for you, so like you can snack on it. So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, definitely. I think getting food for your dorm is one of the most important things, especially I think you need to be really strategic when shopping for food for your dorm. So, you know, don't go on an empty stomach and you'll just buy everything,
very
everything
true.
that's unhealthy. And definitely plan what you're gonna get before, you know, do your
Yes.
research on what's healthy and like kind of pay attention to your schedule and when you eat and what you're gonna need to eat.
Right.
But the drinking water is definitely, I think, one of the most important
Yes,
things.
I'm like crazy. I always have my water bottle with me. I'm always like running around campus, but yeah, I think it's really helpful. And like the dorms, like just having, you know, college is college. You might eat something different. The dining halls like sometimes aren't the best, like I hate to say. So like just like having that food is like really good, and just like making sure you're having your vitamins and your vegetables and your fruit. Like I think that'll be like really helpful, and like being healthy and just like planning your meals, you know?
Yeah.
So also I like, what's like your favorite food you like to have in your dorm?
I have a lot of different like granola bars, you know, like breakfast bars,
Yes.
just because like I'll have one right when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I don't have time to get food before class. I have a lot of 8 a.m.s. And they're definitely like a really nice healthy snack, but that'll like, they can get you through a while, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I am obsessed with this Kashi peanut butter cereal. I eat it all the time. It's kind of like granola, but it's just like my favorite food to have, you know?
I love granola.
Yes.
And anything peanut butter.
Yeah,
I put peanut
it's
butter
so
on
good.
everything.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so next up, Ethan shows us how to make pizza bagels.
ETalkers, Ethan here, and welcome back to the ETalk Kitchen. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a really easy college dorm snack, and it's going to be pizza bagels. So what I have here is bagels, of course. You can get them either at the store or from your own dining hall if you're on a budget. And then you also have pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, and pizza sauce. So first you're going to take the bagels, put them onto a baking pan, and then you're going to put them in the oven for 2 to 5 minutes so they can toast up. All right, so once the bagels have finished toasting, you're gonna start making your pizza. So I have pizza sauce here. I'm gonna slither this on top of the bagel, as much or how little as you like. I'm not gonna go for too much because I don't want it to get all messy. And then you're also going to add all your toppings. So your cheese and your pepperoni, you can do however you want it. You can do olives, you can do sausage, you can do bacon, pineapple if you're one of those Hawaiian lovers. Just try to have fun with it, and it's going to be really nice. It's a good thing to do with your friends as well. And then you're going to put these in the oven for 5 to 10 more minutes, so that way all the cheese can melt and the sauce can get warm and the meat can be warmer as well. Now it's time for the taste test. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Social media challenges.
Yes, there are so many challenges out there in the social media world. The first one is the ASL bucket challenge. ALS. Yes. Sorry, everyone. ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and it was basically able to promote awareness for the disease amyotrophic lateral sclerosis and encourage donations for research.
Oh, I'm so impressed by you for getting that.
Thank you. I know, me too.
No, and it's so funny is this was probably the first one that was like well known.
It blew up.
I mean,
on
my
Facebook.
dad was the one who told me first, and like,
Really?
yeah, my mom and I poured the bucket over him, and I was like, oh, me next.
I jumped into a lake.
You could do that too.
Yeah,
I know.
as long as you get some kind of.
And then when Kim K did it, it went wild, and
Yes.
everyone was like, oh, now we must.
Yeah.
It's important. So
Everybody was shocked over that.
I know.
And then we have Kylie. Lip
I
challenge.
almost brought you a shot glass for you to do it.
No. Oh my God. Could you imagine having lips like
This
that?
to me is absolutely ridiculous. This is just like,
It's
why would you
insane.
do it?
It's concerning almost.
Why would you do that? Just put on
No.
some lip plumpers. Go, if you're gonna buy a shot glass, go buy a lip injection. I don't know
Yeah.
what y'all are doing.
Yeah,
you know.
that looks too dangerous. Oh my God, I could never.
Wait, I think she looks good.
Yeah, she's got a little glow going.
Yeah, she does. A little highlighter. I love her whole makeup.
Yes.
Speaking of makeup,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the Bratz makeup challenge. Now this is our current social media challenge.
yeah, this is happening right now. Yeah.
And to me, it's a little freaky. They look exactly like the Bratz dolls' human form.
absolutely so freaky deaky. And I was actually never allowed to have brats. Like
No.
those were the one dolls I couldn't play with.
I just had Barbies.
Well,
Yeah.
look at them. What?
I know. It's insane. And
It's
it's
the
so
whole-
cool. Like, I give them a lot of credit. They look exactly like the
But
Bratz dolls.
are they putting on stickers?
I think they have their eyelids shut and they're doing
And
the
they
makeup.
do the makeup, and so you have eyes like the whole Johnny Depp
Yes.
thing that he did in the. You remember the Pirates of the Caribbean movie where
Yeah,
he
with
like
the
did that and he
eyes.
opened? So they're putting that whole thing
I
going
think
down.
that's exactly what they're doing. It's like, it's really cool. I give them a lot of credit because
Yeah.
it means that they're really talented artists, but I don't know. I think they do it too good to be like, it's
To be
scary.
true.
Yeah.
It's a little too much, you know, and it's almost as ridiculous. There are other ones like there was the Tide Pod challenge that are just so ridiculous.
cinnamon one.
Cinnamon that are so ridiculous, but this is out of this.
Yeah.
Well, next up, Megan shows us how the live Under the Oaks went well.
What's up, ETalkers? I'm at the Lime Lake Music Festival under the Oaks right now. Let's go meet some of the bands.
But I like to think of myself as a pop singer-songwriter artist. You know, I value the acoustic raw sound, but I don't stick to it all the time. I like the electronica kind of stuff too. So I think I mesh between pop and folk, maybe.
Who are some of your inspirations?
I'm a huge fan of John Mayer. He's my favorite. I'm into a lot of mellow singer-songwriter stuff. I don't really like mainstream pop music anymore, but I like, nice acoustic music. The real stuff.
The real stuff?
The real stuff. The real stuff.
When did you first start writing your own stuff?
A few years ago, my little brother, he's 15 almost, he produces all the stuff that I have out, which is crazy because he's so young. But I had a melody in my head one day, and I went to him and I said, hey, this is cool, let's try something. And we did, and it was just fun, and so we were like, why don't we keep doing this?
What inspires you to write?
I think music, most people don't really appreciate the fact that it's such an outlet for anything, I'm one I'm a pretty emotional guy, so it allows me to, whether it's listening or writing music, it allows me to kind of just take myself into another place in a way, in this emotional headspace that is so perfectly beautiful sometimes, and also so sad sometimes, but like, music for me is like my savior when I'm going through something. It's sort of just my way to accept my feelings and feel them even more than I already do.
It's like talking through it with yourself.
Yeah, exactly, which is so valuable. Love My Heart was a song that I wrote one time just because I was feeling really good and like in love, I guess, and now it's like a song that people are listening to on Spotify and that I can play for people.
When did you realize, like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this and people enjoy listening to me?
I don't know. Thank you. I'm flattered. But first time that my friends said, hey, you should actually put this out, because I made those songs, and at first they were just for me to listen to or for my friends to listen to, and I sent them the track, and one of them said, why didn't you put this on Spotify? What are you doing? And so I was like, that's crazy. And then turns out people actually listen to me on Spotify.
Tell me about that first music video experience. How was that for you?
It was crazy. I walked into the room, and I didn't think it was going to be a big deal, but it was at Tap House. And I walked in, and there were like 50 people like setting up. They had things like Come Back, and like the song was called Come Back, and they had all these working on camera angles and stuff, and all of a sudden like, okay, we need Ari, we're gonna start the song. It was surreal. It was like, I'd never seen like a filming set like that before, and the fact that it was around like a song that I wrote, that I just wrote because why not, and then it turned into like a music video that so many other people were helping me work on, was absolutely awesome.
What are you most excited for the future?
I am most excited just to keep having music around me. I'd say that music is the biggest part of my life, for sure, no doubt actually, whether it's listening on the way to class or playing when I get home. So I'm just excited that I can be a part of something that other people enjoy as well. Finding new people that appreciate music the same way that I do.
Hey everyone, today I'm here with Gina DeCamillo to tell us about her clothing company, Sue Vintage Design. All right, Gina, so what year are you and what major are you here at Elon?
I'm a senior and I'm a strategic communications and political science double major.
Awesome. So what is this company? What is it about?
Yeah, so I kind of go around to different thrift stores and I find a lot of cool shirts and sweatshirts and I kind of make them into my own. And so I take different lace trims and I kind of sew them up and I crop them and I just kind of make them different and kind of put a fun, edgy spin on them.
Awesome. And so how did you really get into this? Like, what kind of gave you that thought that this would be something that you would be good at?
Yeah, so I kind of weirdly had a sewing machine from when I was 10. When I was 10, I really wanted a sewing machine, and so that's what I got for my birthday that year. And after not too long, I kind of forgot about it until my sophomore year of college when I went to LF, which is a popular clothing store. They make a lot of like handmade, vintage type looking clothes, but it's very expensive. Something like this would be around like $150. And so I saw it and I thought, I wonder if I can make that myself. And so I watched a bunch of old YouTube videos and I taught myself how to use my machine again, and kind of just happened. And I wore one that I made and people asked me where I got it. And when I told them that I made it, they asked if they could buy one from me. And then just kept on going from there.
Awesome. So would you say you're into thrifting, like creating like really these unique styles? Yeah.
Yeah, after I started thrifting, I kind of felt silly going anywhere else because I found like how much you can find there and how cool you can make things just by going to thrift stores. And so spending retail price on clothes that I could make myself kind of feels silly now.
Yeah, of course. And so how much time does it take to kind of create the clothes that you do?
So at first it took me a really long time. Once I kind of got the hang of it, now it probably from start to finish takes me about 20 minutes per shirt.
Wow.
So I've gotten pretty quick, yeah.
But you have a variety of different clothes that you make?
Yeah, so I have, this is the classic one that I do.
Okay.
It's just the V-neck with the lace up.
Oh, I
and
love
then
that. Yeah, show us what
and
you
then
got.
I also do a double one. I kind of just do this on the ones where I don't want to cut through the design. And so I do that one. And then I've also started doing sweatshirts where I put flannel on the back.
That's
so that's a new
cool.
one.
Yeah. And like these aren't like insane like things. Like these are
Right.
very doable. Like
Yeah.
and you just managed to like do it first and like
Yeah.
you're great. Like it looks great. Like
Thank you.
And so have you ever thought about bringing people on or you like or taking this anywhere else? Like
Yeah,
what's
so
your kind of
I've
drive
thought
for
about it. I kind of wanted maybe to have someone to help me with the social media marketing aspect of it. I just kind of never got around to it.
Yeah.
I kind of a person that likes to do things myself, even if it means being super overwhelmed doing it. But maybe in the future I would think about having some people help me just so I could really expand it beyond what it is now.
Right. And I know you have a profit share coming up. So what's
Yes.
that about so people can come?
Yeah, so it's tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. It's
Okay.
at 526 East Haggard, which is the townhouses in between Elon Elementary and Sheridan Apartments.
Awesome.
And it's with the Elon dance majors, the senior dance majors.
Oh,
So
cool.
they are fundraising for choreographers and photographers and all of that. And so it's from 2 to 4. I have a lot of different t-shirts, sweatshirts.
Awesome.
And people can bring me their own and I can put the lace on theirs.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. But
Thank
that's
you.
all the time we have this week. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's episode. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, this is ETalk.